is Megan Grau. We are at Keller Bison LLC here in Arcadia. I head up the sales of the business, and then my husband and I and my dad operate the farm. We have 62 head right now. We've had 13 calves so far this year. Dad, let's see, 20 years ago, roughly 20 years ago, got 8 bison as a hobby, and this is just kind of what it's grown into. We ran a commercial bee operation for years, and like I said, the bison were just a hobby. We got out of the bees, so now we're focusing more on the bison. The last couple of years, we've really grown the meat sales. We're in some restaurants, a couple stores, and then doing some farmers markets. And then last year I started doing the Hancock County Farmers Market, and that's really upped our sales there. And then I've had a lot more people coming out here to the farm to get meat as well. So that's really helping us get our name out there.
Yeah.
We have a good friend up in the UP of Michigan. He has, I want to say, about 1,000 acres, and he has about 250 head in his herd. So we got our original animals off of him. And then actually the bull that we have right now was from him as well. So we've had him for 3 years now. We typically keep him for about 7-8 years, the bulls. That's kind of like their peak. And then we, get rid of them and bring in a new bull. The next bull we get will be from a different producer to avoid any inbreeding or anything. So, but we've been, last year we had 16 calves. We just kept the bull calves. We were able to sell all the heifer calves, and that will allow us to keep them a little bit longer than 2. And we plan on doing that here with this year's calf crop. And the next couple years, typically when they're around 3 or 4 is when they're mature enough to breed. So we just kind of keep that in mind with keeping the heifer calves out of rotation so that it lengthens the time that we can keep our bull. He's 16 calves last year and 13 so far this year, and I think there's about 5 more pregnant. The bigger herd that you get, there will be more than one bull. In that case, they kind of form their own groups, and each group would have their own bull. They prefer to be outside. Out back, we do have a lean-to where we have 2 big like hay bunks where we make the big round bales. They're 4x5. I think they're like 900 pounds each. But each feeder accommodates 2 bales. Summertime though, we have 5 pastures that we rotate them through. So they're mainly just on grass. I mean, I threw this bale out here just to coax them up. There's housing. I mean, they would rather stand out in the rain. Like when it stormed the other day, they just stand out in it. It's just what it's what's in their blood, I guess, the wild part of them. And then like during the winter, I mean, they have the option to go under roof, but they prefer to just stand out in it. Through summer, as long as we get rain to keep the pastures green, we just keep rotating them through. And then we have 4 hay pastures that we produce our own hay off of. So everything they eat comes off of the farm. So yeah, we usually put up between like 300 and 400 of the round bales a year, and then that gets us then through the winter months. will say we do a 7-foot fence because we have not had one go over the fence, but they can jump up to 6 feet. I will say during our roundup, we do a roundup once a year to deworm and put ear tags in the new ones. We have had and we have guardrail going through the alleyway. We have had a couple come up and get their front legs over. So I know that they could, I know they can jump to 6 foot. Thankfully, we've never seen it. And they're extremely fast. Especially, I mean, you wouldn't think it for their size, but they can run about 35 miles an hour. So yeah, don't let their size fool. So we have a facility set up out back. We have a squeeze chute. We have a couple holding pens, so we get all of them in the holding pens, and then it's just we run them through the alleyway into the squeeze chute. No harm done to them. Squeeze them down. Like I said, we do a shot of dewormer, an injectable dewormer every year, and then the calves that we've had that year, we'll put an ear tag in them so that we can keep track of them. But I mean, we don't do any antibiotics or hormones or anything, so it's just the deworming and the ear tags. And if, every now and then we'll have one like bust a horn off, so if there's anything like that needs addressed, we'll do it at that time. It's kind of our one chance a year to handle them. We just don't, they're not an animal where, you can get out and just walk up to them and tend to them. So. Logan's Irish Pub in Findlay. They have a burger on their menu, which they do a fabulous job. Kathy's Corner here in Arcadia. They do a burger and then like a dinner platter. Easy Street Cafe up in Bowling Green. They do a burger up there. They actually do where you can substitute any burger for a bison burger. And then we're in Brinkman's here in Findlay, and then Miller's Meat also has been carrying our product. So. There's nothing better than just being out farming, in my opinion. I love the bison. They're a really neat animal. We have 2 young boys, 4 and 2, and that's increased my love of agriculture, just seeing how excited they are about it, with bison and with the tractors. I mean, it can be tough at times in agriculture, whether it be livestock or farming, but I think it's worth it. I mean, usually when you see your hard work pay off, that really is one of the things that I really like about it. Yeah.